Hello everyone, welcome back to codestudio.saiankit. In this video, we'll be discussing the next higher order array function, map. This video is the third one of the 5-part series, higher order array functions. If you haven't seen the last two videos, please do watch them and I've left the links for the same in the description below. We have seen in the last video that forEach method modifies the actual array and sometimes this might not be useful for us. Hence, this map function is being discussed, which does not modify the actual array but rather creates a new array for the same. Map. So map method creates a new array with the results of calling a function for every array element. It creates a new array with the results of the callback function being called inside the map method. In the same way that for each callback function ran on each and every element of the array, the callback function of map also runs on each and every element of the array. But while returning something or performing some operation, map method actually creates a duplicate of the old array and adds a change to that array. So this is how a new array is created while we are returning something in the callback function or trying to modify something in the old array. In fact, if we are not modifying and returning the same array too, the map function creates a copy and saves it in a new array when we declare a new array variable. The syntax is also similar, having the map function bound to array and a callback function being called with the three parameters iterable element, index and the array object itself. As we have seen for the forEach method, in the same way, iterable element is a required argument, whereas index and array object are optional parameters. Okay, so let us see whether the map function is running on each and every element or not. For that, let us include a simple array having simple elements like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And then let me map that array using array.map, and as a part of callback functions argument, we have an parameter e, that is the argument which is iterable element, and then let us actually console.log each e to check whether it is running on each and every element of this array or not. So after running this, we get 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The console.log says that all elements of the array are run, and array.map also returns as an array undefined, 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 undefined and undefined. So what is actually happening here is we haven't returned anything in the array. See, what happens is array.map actually returns a new array every time, right? So since we are not returning anything inside the callback function, an undefined variable is returned and an array is returned to the console. You can actually save this array inside a array variable. Let us name it new array and actually run this, and we can also console.log the new array, and we can see the new array is nothing but this undefined, 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 undefined and undefined. What this actually means, because we are not returning anything, so hence undefined is returned as a default value. To change that, let us actually return the iterable element e. So when we return e and console.log the new array, we get the new array to be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So how to know whether our old array is mutated or new array is mutated when we return something new? Okay, so let me actually return e.to. For every iterable element, let's actually return the twice of the array elements. So in the console.log new array, the new array is mutated, and to check whether our old array is mutated or not, let us actually comment this out and console.log our old array and check. The old array isn't being mutated and is being remained the same. Hence we can say that array.map doesn't manipulate the old array and it constructs a new array for each element by calling the callback function inside it. So this is fine. So let me actually explain you using a new example wherein our array would be a list of objects. So let me actually write down my shopping bill, and my shopping bill would be consisting of all the object name and also its price. Fine. So my name of my objects would be So let me make it simple. Okay, so these are the only three objects containing in my bill. So let us say if I want only an array consisting of only the price of each elements, so that I can run a for each loop on that and calculate my sum. For doing that, we'll use the map method. So let me declare a new variable named price bill, which would be actually the map of bill array containing a callback function consisting of iterable element e, and then I'll be returning the value of actually e dot price, and then when we actually console.log price bill, okay, so I missed a comma here, so let me run and check. My console.log would be give me all the prices 2500 and 60. I got a new array price bill consisting of all the new array elements having the prices. So let me actually check if my older array is changed or not. So bill, and let me run this. I'll be getting my older array to be the same with the new array to be 2560. And since we can reduce this code into a much more simpler code, let's do this. Since we are returning only a single item, I don't need my flower brackets here. And then since I'm returning nothing in a dual line, so let me actually remove the return statement too, and yeah, this should also work fine. Perfect. So if you want to run a for each loop on price bill, you can do this now. So price bill dot for each has been discussed in the earlier video, and the video to the for each video would be left in the description below. So my iterable element would be this, and so the same example has been actually told in the earlier video, and we have implemented this using a map function on a bill array, and then I'm running a for each on the mapped array, and I calculated my total sum. So this is how a map function is implemented in JavaScript, and the uses of map function are you can construct a new array without actually manipulating your old array, and you can retain your old array for future use, and this would be mostly used in JavaScript frameworks like React and Angular. When you are actually returning some components of an array, you'll be having a list and you'll be returning HTML components from that. Then you can use the map function on the given array and return HTML points. Like, let me give you an example. Let us say if you want to return e.price bill array, and the each element should be a bullet point, then you can actually return this in this way. So I'll be creating a new variable HTML final, and in this I'll be mapping my bill. This is actually a advanced example, so doesn't matter if you are unable to cope up with this. You can actually leave up your doubts in the comments below, and I'll try to answer them if you're having any problem with this example or with any part of the video as in such. So I'll be returning something called a list item, so li. This can be understood if you are actually done some HTML and if you are into some React or such. But it's fine if you are done some HTML, you'll understand this. E.price, and then I'll close my li tag. So this is how you'll actually return it. So let me console.log HTML final. So you have written three elements, and you can join them. HTML final.join. So this is how you return this thing. You can actually write a UL tag and then return this in the views component of your HTML page. This is how, if you have an array of objects and then you can filter them for particular object. You cannot filter them for particular condition, but you can filter them for particular parameter you want, like the price we did in this case. We can also do it for dot name, and then you can actually return it in terms of JSX attributes or HTML attributes. and then you can construct a new array without changing your old array. Thank you. Until then, bye. Signing off, Saiankit, Code Studio.